You're watching UATV News. My name is Ina Kosinska. Good evening. The third day of anti-records in Ukraine, 7,517 people got infected with coronavirus over the past day. Most of new cases are registered in Kharkiv, Odesa regions and Kyiv. Quarantine zoning is updated in the country since Monday. Only 27 settlements remain green. There are now 11 regional centers in the red zone. Kyiv remains orange.
100 administrative units are included to the red level of danger. For example, a week ago we had 54 administrative units with a green level of epidemic danger, and a month ago 245. This indicates a sharp increase in the incidence of coronavirus across the country. No regional center has reached the green level this week.
150 million hryvnias in 1 year. This may be enough to invent a Ukrainian vaccine against coronavirus. Scientists who work on the development of the drug and even the president are also sure about this. Our vaccine is still at the phase of research, but Volodymyr Zelensky has already called it unique. Details next.
It's unique. President Volodymyr Zelensky said this about the Ukrainian vaccine against coronavirus. Ukrainian scientists began developing it from the first day of the pandemic. It's already being tested. We can't talk about everything because clinical trials have to be passed. But I will tell you the truth. It's unique. It's not bragging or populism. It's unique because it's not like others. The project is estimated at 150 million hryvnias. The approximate cost of making a Ukrainian vaccine was announced by the Minister of Health. Many countries are working on the development of their own drug from COVID-19, but so far to no avail. There is no place in the world where you can buy a vaccine. There is no vaccine in the world today. All companies are conducting trials. Some of them are in the third stage of clinical trials. The whole world is waiting for a company which will be the first to complete the relevant test process. Ukrainian vaccine is actually different from those tested abroad, scientists say. The drug is said to be safe and effective. We have a recombinant vaccine. They are traditional. For example, hepatitis B, which every baby in Ukraine is vaccinated with. Our vaccine is recombinant, according to the traditional principle. It's too early to say how long-term the effect of vaccination will be. Its main goal is to minimize the complications of disease.
If we get something preventing a severe course of the disease, for example thrombosis, this will be the greatest achievement already.
Now they are moving to a new stage. Clinical studies will be carried out with the support of the state. Testing will take from 9 months to a year, the Ministry of Health stated. However, they are ready to buy vaccine abroad if it appears there earlier. Reported by Roman Smoler, UATV News.
38 countries are in the red zone. The Ministry of Health of Ukraine has banned entry of Ukrainians, in particular to the Czech Republic, Poland, Croatia, Great Britain and the USA. Albania, Egypt, Turkey, Cyprus and other countries remain in the green zone. New Year's season, which accounted for most of the revenues of travel agencies, is now on the verge of collapse. Ukrainians cautiously book tours. Egypt is the leader in sales. The demand for this country is a quarter higher than before quarantine.
In addition to Egypt, tours to the United Arab Emirates are very actively sold. Maldives, Dominican Republic and Mexico are also available for tourists. Turkey will be relevant for just a couple of weeks. Then the interest will move partially to ski resorts. But unfortunately, that's probably all. There are literally 5-6 countries. That is, we don't have much choice, but it is good that there is at least something.
Meanwhile, the epidemic situation has worsened in Nagorno-Karabakh, the territory of Azerbaijan occupied by Armenia. Due to the military aggravation in the region, people are suffering from COVID-19 massively.
Due to permanent shelling, residents of Stepanakert occupied by Armenia live in bomb shelters. Both healthy and COVID-19 sick huddle in the cold basement.
I have been praying for some days because our house was destroyed. We have no house now, no home. We have nothing.
The chief physician of local infectious disease clinic said that almost all doctors are ill, And due to a shortage of staff, patients are treated by infected doctors.
There are no healthy people. Some are mild, others are more severe. There are resuscitation nurses who had fever for 10 days.
In addition to coronavirus infected, other patients are admitted, seriously ill and wounded. Aravik Israelian's husband is a victim of shelling.
Some are treated here and some were sent to Goris. They already have bilateral pneumonia. Difficult state. I think we will survive if only this war stops.
The United Nations urged Armenia and Azerbaijan to cease fire. Hostilities complicate the situation with the spread of coronavirus.
In the last 2 weeks, COVID cases have doubled in Armenia and increased 80% in Azerbaijan. Armenia is not winning, Azerbaijan is not winning, the COVID is winning. We need to stop.
The fighting in Nagorno-Karabakh, the part of Azerbaijan occupied by Armenia, continues for the 4th week. The sides tried to negotiate a ceasefire twice. Finally, they accused each other in breaking the truce. Reported by Roman Smoler, Ksenia Buha, UATV News.
Ukrainians will see unique cinema and photo archives that were previously kept secret. To popularize Ukraine in the world, special programs on Ukrainian history have been prepared in the Central Film and Photo Archive. Here they are carefully stored, some are digitized. Our correspondents have seen unique historical chronicles.
Щедрий вечір, добрий вечір, добрим людям на добро.
It's a unique footage that has not been seen till now. The video shows children caroling at the height of the Holodomor. Not only these unique videos are stored here, at Pshenichny Central State Film and Photo Archive of Ukraine. The historical moments since 1911 are captured on these reels.
В нашем архиве хранится более полумиллиона.
The archive contains more than 500,000 audiovisual documents. Such an archival collection consists of 3 independent collections: photo, video and cinema collection. In fact, our archive preserves the audiovisual history of the 20th century.
More than 10,000 boxes, thousands kilograms of film, this dungeon is the heart of archive. Documentaries are kept here, and newsreels, originals only, no copies. And they digitize them with the help of this machine. This is the only one in Ukraine. The cost is 128,000 euros. However, most Ukrainian films are still stored on reels for future generations. The film is considered more durable than any digital copy. However, photos cause some problems.
Таким чином виглядала ось.
This is how the glass plate with the image negative looked like. It's thin, very fragile material, glass. It is over 100 years old. It needs a very delicate and gentle attitude, because here are these images. The glass is gradually crushed. We are restoring it. All movie and photo films are regularly checked for integrity. Particularly, valuable specimens, such as this negative from 1918, are constantly being reconstructed. At the end of October, the Central State Film and Photo Archive of Ukraine will publish a new documentary newsreel on its Facebook and YouTube pages as a part of Unit of Measure special project.
Дії відбуваються в монастирі старовинного французького містечка Тур.
Reported by Roman Smoler, Inna Mazurkevich, UATV News.
A shoe business with the scent of coffee appeared in Odesa. Coffee scraps and used cups are turned into insoles. A local eco-activist came up with this idea. Coffee containers do not decompose and are dangerous to nature. Unusual insoles are actively sold in the USA, Canada and European countries. Recently, start-uppers signed an agreement with the Ukrainian military. Our correspondent knows more.
The usual takeaway tea or coffee in a paper cup, convenient and environmentally friendly. But this is a delusion, ecologists say.
It seems that the paper cup is completely eco-friendly. It looks like it's made entirely of paper, but it's not. The paper cup is partly virgin cellulose, paper, but there is a layer of plastic inside the cup.
In Odessa, they found a way out, processing. An enterprise was created in the city where shoe insoles are made of cups and coffee mill cake. The company collects raw materials that have already been processed. On average, one needs 2 recycled cups per an insole. We separate cellulose from polyethylene by means of hydraulic washing. We mix cellulose with coffee cake and get such a composite. Its main properties are moisture absorption, moisture release, and odor neutralization. Thus, we solve the problem of unpleasant food odor. Odesa coffee-scented insoles are popular in the US, Canada, and Europe. Now they are working on a special order from the Ukrainian military. We are already sewing the first batch of insoles for the battalion of 600 people. And as part of the first test, we ship the first batch of these 600 insoles. It is very pleasant that we sew a size range for our military from 39 to 54 inclusive. Raw materials for the Odesa startup are provided by several Odessa and Kyiv coffee houses. Each of them has installed special urns. This is such a startup. Recycle coffee milk cake, glasses, and add hemp cloth to create antibacterial insoles. This is a cool idea. From the first days we helped him, and now we help him as well. We collect milk cake, then put this beauty here. We collect cups. Now the enterprise is conducting an experiment. They make children's and home shoes. If they manage to establish this process too, soon the product will appear on sale. The main goal of the project is the rational consumption and recycling of waste. Reported by Vadim Kramer, UATV News.
That's all for this hour. More updates on our official website, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. Stay safe and good night.